Hey guys, hopefully everyone is doing well. Today's target is to understand the word management. Basically, this word is commonly used and we are well familiar with this word because if we are studying, we are managing our courses, if we are doing any job, we are managing our daily tasks. If we are doing business, we are uh, obtaining and attaining our goals. So management is not a word which is not familiar with you. It's daily use of it's a word which can be used in our daily practice. But right now we will try to understand technically and we will improve our understanding towards management. To understand it, please be very careful that there are five major parts to understand the definition. Very first thing to understand is to make a plan. So we will be related with planning, then we will be organizing. Third most important part is staffing, then how to lead, and finally how to make good control. So guys, whenever you want to define management, what you will do, you will have to understand these five elements: planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. Why? Because you will set some targets, maybe for your studies, maybe for your job, maybe for your business. So what you will do, you will make a plan. You organize, staff, lead, and control. Why? Because you have some set targets. And at end, what you will do, you have your set targets, and finally you will achieve goals which were set. So in this way, we can understand management. Management is a process of planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling to set the targets and ultimately to achieve the goals. So if you are a manager, you do have a staff, you will be having a good plan, you will organize your staff. If you want to remove or include your new members or old members, you will be performing staffing. Then you will lead and control that staff to set your targets and finally achieve your goals. If you are studying, so what you will do, you will make a good plan, you will organize your books, notes, you will be contacting better teachers, better mentors, and then you will be leading your studies and full control over preparations because you have set a target to achieve a good position in your studies. So simply just understand, whenever you are managing something, it means you will be involved in these five factors because you have some goals to achieve by setting the targets. So in this way, we finally understood the definition of management, and now we will see in detail what functions of management are possibly be having. Functions of management. This word what we will try to understand. As you know that basic functions of management is very clear. We have understood five major functions, but that's not all. We will be understanding these all factors in detail. So very first thing obviously which we have discussed earlier is to make a good plan. Functions of management we are starting. The first function is to make the plan. Let's say you want to sell your product and you are a manufacturer, you are a producer, or you are a trader. You have bought your commodities from where you will buy this commodity at lower price. How you will make the process ongoing, how you will be compiling, completing, finalizing, packaging the product, and the final target, how you will sell that product. Even before start of the business, you will have a good plan, and then you will organize your plan. Organizing mean, if you have your product and that product is having different prices, different tags, different brands, so you will not leave that product alone. You will be organizing everything, where to store, how to store. And now the most important part, you will create a good staff. You want to sell your product, you will see who is the person, very honest, very dedicated, who can purchase. And then you will start your processing. You need to have technical staff. You will see the most skillful staff, and then you will see the marketers who will market your product. It means staffing is the most important part of management with which you can achieve your goal. And then we have seen the leading. Let's say somebody is feeling difficult, your sales staff is unable to perform its function, your purchase manager is feeling difficulty. So instead of instructing them, what you will do? You will lead the way. So you will go to the market, you will go to the buyer stuff, you will go to the process, you will lead the process of selling, and you will be sitting in your manufacturing place where you will lead everything. You will not be sitting in office, you will not be giving just instructions, you will go and lead every process in detail. And then we have seen that you will control the process. Let's say if somebody is not accepting the instruction, you will see whether to remove that person or to hire another person or to make some corrections for the older employees. Now here I am giving you a punch, a very important role. We have seen by research that removing old employees and replacing new employees is expensive. Please understand, removing old employees and replacing them by new employees is expensive. Instead of that, we can control old employees. That would be less expensive and more effective. Then you will be responsible to manage by the way of coordination. Look, you have different departments. As you are studying, you have different subjects. So how you will coordinate? Let's say you are buying, processing, and selling. These are three different departments. So you are the only person who will create a good bridge between your purchasing process and manufacturing process. If let's say there is a gap, miscommunication, so what will happen? Your processors will make a complaint that buying was not good. So a good manager, a good leader will be a good coordinator. He will make a bridge between different processes, different departments, and then you will have to be very much sensitive about your budget. Look, if you have your amount, if you have your investment and you are not spending, you are not managing well your investment, all of above functions would be failed. What does that mean? You have a good plan, you have organized, your staffing is absolutely marvelous, but what had happened? You are not managing your finance, you are not managing your money, you are not managing your investment. So what will happen? All above functions would be failed. So be very clear that managing finance, managing budget is the most important part of management. And we will see delegating. Delegating mean the person who is most suitable for the job. You will be providing that task to most suitable and appropriate employees. Please understand, delegating means appropriate. I'm going to write this word over here. Appropriate distribution of work. Appropriate distribution of work. we have already understood that if there is a buying process, you will see the most honest person and most dedicated person, so that at the process or in the process of buying, he can buy the best product at the lowest price. Alright guys, so hopefully you have understood that delegating means assigning the job to the appropriate person. And then a good manager is actually the problem solver. And what he will do, if there is a problem, if there is a resistance in your chain, what is happening, your manufacturing process is demanding raw material, but your purchase manager has a problem of providing raw material in time. So instead of scolding, instead of punishing your purchase manager, you are going to solve the problem. You will meet the suppliers, you will go to the bazaar, you will go to the market, and there you will practically be solving the problem instead of giving the instruction. And let's say if even after good effort, your employees are not achieving the target. Please understand, if even if after all the efforts, all honest efforts which were put by your employees, they are unable to achieve the target, a good leader, a good manager will motivate their employees not to fear the failure, not to be worried, not to be sad. So the good leader will motivate its staff, its employees. How? By good communication. Look, the communication is the strongest tool. There is no problem in this world that cannot be sorted out, that cannot be solved with better communication. If you are good communicator, you can be promised that each and every problem with better and good communication can be solved. And if you are leader, it means you are innovator. Why? You are innovating in the product. Innovating means you have already a product, you have the product which is already been manufactured by so many concerns, by so many manufacturing concerns, but what you are doing, you are creating the difference between the existing product and the product you are making. Then we have performance appraisal. And what does that mean? If a person is performing good, you are providing financial and verbal benefits. Again, I'm repeating the sentence. If your employee in the staff is performing well, you are encouraging, appreciating by financial assistance and by verbal appreciation, with which your employees will get encouraged and they will be performing well. Appraisal means person is doing good, provide financial and verbal appreciation. And if a person is not performing good, then there would be a process of punishment as well. Then we have conflict. Here we have conflict resolution. What does that mean? Look, when there are several number of employees working at the same place, so it's a very common aspect. There will be disputes, there will be conflicts. So instead of increasing conflicts between the employees, you as the leader will always be removing those conflicts, will always be removing those disputes. And then you are a good risk manager. And what you are doing, as you know that if any business organization, if it is taking risk, it means there are higher chances of profit as well. But a good leader will manage that risk instead of being risk averse. Risk averse means he is afraid of taking risk. So instead of being coward, he is brave, he is taking risk, but not blindly. He is going to manage that risk. And then he is a good compliance manager. And compliance means he knows the laws. Compliant mean laws, rules, and regulations. He is well familiar with. He is not going to take any he is not going to perform any illegal activity, as he is well familiar with the rules, regulations, and laws. And we will be looking at quality control. What does that mean? He is honest with his working. He is not mixing raw material with good quality and a bad quality. So he is responsible to have a quality control. In other meanings, a product which was manufactured in last month, he is controlling in this way that the same product of same quality has been produced in this current month as well. This is called quality control. Then he is a good networker. Networking means the relationship between different departments. We have already understood that there can be several departments. Look, there are, for example, purchase department, sale department, processing department. These are internal departments, and several external departments are also present, like government offices, tax departments. So there is a proper networking, proper relationship between external and internal departments. And then the last is change management. A good leader will remove and will employ new managers and can remove old managers. It means he is making a good decision which will be making the process useful to achieve the target. Change of management means removing employees or employing the new staff so that targets can be achieved in proper time. So guys, in this way, though there are other several tasks of managers as well, but we are going to conclude these 20 headings, these 20 features are for good manager. You are good manager if you are leading. You are good manager if you have good communication. You are good manager if you are managing your risk properly. You are good manager if you are controlling the quality of your product. You are good manager if your networking is absolutely on the mark. So in this way, guys, we have completed our lecture. Our target was to understand management, and we have seen several functions of management. You are requested to please revise each and every heading closely, but if you feel anything difficult, don't be shy. Just contact through messages, comments, or you can directly contact to share your problem. I will try my best to answer your queries instantly. So thank you very much for your time. It's time to end our lecture. It's time to say goodbye. Allah Hafiz.